Hello everybody! If you're looking for a way how to remove the reverse light and upgrade it to an aftermarket one, or you are like me, a European person who bought an American Mustang and needs to change the reverse light for one that has a rear fog light, this is the video for you. The American Mustangs don't have the rear fog light integrated in the reverse light, so I bought this European rear fog light. This is also the same part as the Mustang Mach-E, so don't be confused if you're looking on the website for this rear fog light, because the Mustang Mach-E uses exactly the same part. It's identical. So this one has in the middle a red light. So here where my thumb is, there's a red light, and on the left side it's white for the reverse, and on the right side over here there's also a white LED light for the reverse. You cannot see it, but the middle part is red for the rear fog light, and it's only on the European models. The only tools you need to remove the reverse light is you need a ratchet with a 7mm socket, and you need a 10mm. You always need a 10mm when you're working on vehicles. And you need this plastic trim removal tool to remove 2 push pins. It's a little bit tight underneath the vehicle to show you exactly where the screws are, but I'm gonna do my best to show it to you guys. As you can see over here on the left side, this screw is already almost loose, and I already loosened the screw on the left. So there are 2 screws over there, and that's the only furthest part you need to go. Here on top you have a 10mm screw in the middle, and the easiest parts there are over here. There are 5 other 7mm screws that you have to undo, so you don't have to get all the way underneath your vehicle. And I think every normal person can get below the vehicle and unscrew all the screws. 1 screw left, guys. And that's it. Here it is. So this is the panel, and when you flip it, this is the way how you see it underneath the vehicle. 7mm, 7mm, 10mm push pin, and then 5 7mm, again 7mm, 7, 7, 7, 7. Very easy. Just for the peace of mind, make sure these metal things are still attached to this panel, because they maybe can slide away or fall or lose it. So make sure when you unscrew these 2, these are the first screws that you have to unscrew underneath your vehicle. So when you start doing this, make sure it's still here. Once you remove this panel, You go back underneath your vehicle, and there are 4 other screws left to remove. All 4 are 7 millimeters. So this is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. And that is number 4. Impossible to miss, because these are the only 4 screws that are holding this panel to reach the rear reverse light. So I removed the reverse light, as you can see. And to remove the reverse light, it has 4 other screws, also 7 millimeter. One here, one here, one here, and one here. And of course, there is a plug, electric plug. You unplug it, and you take it out. So the 4 screws are a little bit, there's a small space to get them out. So as you can see, I put my flashlight over there. And this panel here, look, you can just hold it down, put your hand inside, and try to get some light inside to see the screws, as you can see. And from here you can do 2 screws, and then go to the other side of the vehicle, over here, and do exactly the same, like this. And now you get your new reverse light. In my case, it's with the fog light, and you push it inside. All right, I'm back home, because it turned out it's not that plug and play as I thought it would be. And let me show you why, and let me show you also how to fix it. This is the European reverse light with the fog light in the middle. So if I turn this around, you can see the connector over here. All right, so let me show you. The European connector has 3 pins, 1, 2, 3. The American connector has 2 pins, the one on the right and the one in the middle. The one on the left, it doesn't have it. But that's not the big deal, because the connector is the same size and everything is the same. But one thing is different. On the European connector, so the one that you're seeing right now here in my hands, it has a plastic, like a guiding tab inside the connector, and it's on the top side of the left pin, on the top. You cannot see it because I already removed it, but even though if I didn't remove it, you could not see it because it is black. So inside this connector, on the top of the left pin, there was a plastic tab. The reason why they put a plastic tab over there is just for the assembly workers in the factory to not put the wrong part in the wrong Mustang, because the European is different than the American one, but they all look the same from, if you look at it, and they're all the same size and everything. So it's just a security measure for the assembly workers. But this security measure gave me a pain in the ass because I thought I ordered the wrong part. The American reverse light, so the one that's still on my vehicle, it has a plastic tab on top of the right pin. So because the difference of the location of the plastic tab, the connector will not fit because the plastic tab is on the wrong side. To make it fit, and that's what I did, is I used this, what do you call this, a pick? Something, you can use a pick or you can use a knife or something small and just try to cut it out. It's just plastic. It will take a while. It took me maybe 5 minutes or maybe 10 because I wanted to remove everything that's blocking the connector from the inside. And now it should be plug and play. And let me show you the diagram so you will understand what I'm talking about. So this one is the European one. This one is the American one. If you look at pin 1, 2, 3 on the American one, It says fog lamp, but it doesn't have it, okay? But it just say that pin 1 is already, it has a wire for the fog lamp. So that's good. If we look at the European one, it's exactly the same. Pin 1 is fog, pin 2 is ground, pin 3 is some ECU, BCM stuff, like this. They're exactly identical. The only difference, what you can see, is the plastic tab inside the connector. Here you can see on the American one, this is the plastic tab. It's a side of pin number 1. On the European one, it's a side of number 3. So the connector doesn't fit in your Mustang unless you remove this plastic tab with the pick. So what I did was like this. Just do the whole time like this, tick, 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 until you remove it. And my whole table was full of plastic, black plastic stuff. And now my connector is free from the plastic tab. So let's go back to the Mustang and see if it works. Before putting this European one inside the vehicle, let's check if the connector fits. So to test it, pull your connector out of this hole over here and plug it in and see if it fits. And as you can see, now the connector is inside, so it fits perfect. To make the rear fog light work, you need to install the European rear fog light switch. So this unit over here is exactly the same as the American one, except for this logo over here. This logo, it means rear fog light, and on the American version there is no logo here, and you cannot press this button. And this is the European version, and you can press the button. So it will communicate with the BCM, and it will know that the vehicle has a rear fog light. So in order to install this, let's go to the next step. The next step is to remove this side panel over here. As you can see, this is how the panel looks like. This side thing over here goes behind this and behind this. And if I turn it around, you can see the clips. 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. It was very easy to remove it with the plastic trim removal. When it was over here, I started here with my plastic trim, and when the first pin came out, I just use my hands to pull it out. And if you don't want to use your hands because you're maybe too strong, just use the plastic trim removal and go pin to pin. Very easy. Okay, next step. The next step is a 7mm bolt. So today it's almost 7mm day. This bolt over here. Well, I'm gonna use this to remove it. The next step is to remove this panel. This is one panel, and it has 8 clips behind it. And you can use your hands or the plastic trim removal tool. So now I pulled it out. Don't be afraid if these blue tabs fall. Just make sure you don't lose them. And when you remove it, there is a connector right over here, which you have to remove from the panel. On top of the light switch, there is a plastic tab right over here. If you press it, you can push the light switch out. Here we have it. And now you can just put in your new light switch, and that's it. Make sure you put back on all the blue plastic clips. Connect the connector to the light switch and put it back. Now that the rear fog light is connected, don't put everything back. We need to test it. So also the panel over here, don't put it back. As you can see, the switch of the rear fog light is installed. Now we're gonna see if everything works. Alright, I did all the changes in forescan, and now we are going to test if everything works. So this is the rear fog light button. Let's press it. You don't see any light going on or off on the button when you press it, but when we go to the dash, you can see on the left side, right over there, the yellow logo of the rear fog light. This means the rear fog light is enabled. Let me press the button again to disable it, and it's disabled. Let me press it again, and it's enabled. So this is OEM. It's like my car is made for the European market. And let's go to the back of the vehicle to see if the rear fog light is on. Holy macaroni! Look at this. My car is completed. This will pass the inspection. I will get the registration in Europe, and I saved a lot of money by doing this myself. And if I can do this, everybody can do this, because I never had any screwdriver in my head in my life, and I did all the conversions right now, included the side mirrors if you saw the previous video. I'm super happy, man. So let's see if the rear fog light works included with the reverse light.